Death's Door is an action-adventure game where you play as a crow, working for the department responsible for reaping the souls of the living that overextended their time. You will start the game in the Reaping Commission headquarters, and after getting your first assignment and defeating the boss at the end of the tutorial, you'll get attacked by an old crow. Following him will lead you to the discovery of the Death's Door, and in hoping to fulfill your assignment, you will depart to reap 3 powerful souls in order to open the door. With this introduction, the player will have to go through a variety of environments, fighting enemies, solving puzzles, and meeting characters along the way. Environments are varied, with hills, gardens, mansions, castles, and more, and they are crafted in a way that will always reward thorough exploration, rewarding players with secret areas, collectibles, plant pots to refill health, or simply by opening a shortcut. At first, some players might get worried due to straying far from the main path, but Death's Door is more linear than one might initially think, and the player will always end up returning to where he was. It is also worth mentioning that the game puts a few NPCs on the player's path that will give hints to where there may be more secrets to uncover, which is nice for completionist players that want to find everything without relying on guides. The HQ serves as the hub world, which has doors that will allow you to quick travel between areas in the game, and as you unlock abilities you'll be able to discover secrets in previous areas that you couldn't before, as well as secrets about the place you are working for. It is also in the hub where you'll be spending all the souls you collect in order to upgrade your abilities, whether to make your attacks stronger, faster, better rolls, or making your ranged attacks better. Combat is simple and to the point, so the player will quickly get a hang of it. You won't have to think too much in how to better beat your opponents since they are simple in design, with clear tells about when they are about to attack. So most of the time the player will either be hitting enemies 2 or 3 times to kill them before they have a chance to attack, or be going in and out of their range and using ranged attacks in between when fighting the stronger ones. The bosses are the only ones that will give more of a challenge for you. You will start the game with a melee weapon and a spell, a sword and a bow respectively, but as you progress you unlock more weapons and spells, though due to combat being on the simpler side, your choice of weapon will end up being more of a personal preference rather than a gameplay changer. Death's Door, for better or worse, is a game that loves fighting. You will often get into challenge rooms, or rooms that lock down and start spawning waves of enemies to fight you. And while at the beginning this was fine, as the game progressed it started to get really repetitive due to the simpler design of the game's combat. The game does reduce the amount of forced combat in later areas, but by then the damage is already done. Anyone playing this game will notice the influences of games like Zelda, and while Death's Door isn't a game that innovates on the formula, it is clear that it did a good job in refining gameplay aspects of the franchise that inspired it, making it one of the better games of 2021 to just pick up and play. Thanks for watching. I just started this channel and I hope to post more content regarding video games, not only reviews but video gaming in general. So if you're interested and you want to see more, please subscribe.